Sophie lets out a long sigh. You know, Aggie, normally I shoot you from Boris Boys, but I did warn you about that camel. Animals aren't our friends, especially ones with humps. Only I never would say something so foolish, Princess Uma muttered. Oh, Sophie retorted, nursing her bandaged wrist. Then why can't you do one of your bird whistles or roof calls and summon your friends to help us? Not in Shasamba, Uma said vaguely, looking away. Well, someone better help us, Hot said, standing up. We've been dumped in jail a million miles from home, and Ryan and the Sultan were crumbs, so the snake's surely on the way to kill Agatha, win the second test, and then kill the rest of us. The whistle paused. It's that last part I care about. Hot's right, Agatha confessed, still thinking about Smelling. Maybe the camel betrayed us. Maybe I was wrong. But we can't just wait to die. What should we do then? Wish the snake away? Stick a door with pins? He's out there and we're in here, Teju said, clearly frustrated. We've gotten out of prison before, said Agatha. Teju shook his head. We shouldn't have tried to run away. I knew it was cowardice. That doesn't want me to hide from my own tests. His nose shut against the wall. They'll probably give Merlin to the snake too. The thoughts of Japan claiming Merlin chilled Agatha's blood. Sounds like Aladdin's cave is your only hope now, a voice chuckled. Agatha and Teju flashed their gold finger close to the back of the cell. No one there. Up there, said the voice. Agatha cast her claw towards a ceiling peep. Hanging by his boots was a young man, with smooth brown skin, thick eyebrows, and a strapping physique, doing stomach crunches upside down. Too bad only my father knows where to find the Cave of Wishes, he said. Princess Uma rose slowly. Caven? First you promised never to return to Shasamba, Uma, said Caven, hanging like a bat. Wasn't that part of our divorce agreement? Your father handled that just like he handled every other piece of our marriage, said Uma. You had the habit of not listening to me, said Caven. And yet, you always listened to the Sultan. Because if I didn't listen to your father, I would have been thrown in here, Uma fired back. So clearly, it's you who didn't listen to him in the end. Well, we are both here now, said Caven, dropping onto the floor. He walked towards Uma. The custard pan put us apart, and now it brings us back together. Agatha watched the distance between them shrink, unsure if they were going to kill or kiss each other. Hold on, Teju stepped in the middle. You two, we're married. Princess Uma, Agatha reminded herself, because Uma had wed a prince, Prince Kevin of Shasamba, Aladdin's great-grandson. That's what Kevin's ancestry scroll had said when she and Teju had come across it in the living library. And yet, Agatha had known of Kevin before. Years ago, Uma had confided to Agatha about the prince she had fallen in love with at the school for good and married soon after. But then the historian chose Uma for its next fairy tale, the story of a princess whose animal friends rescued her from an evil warlord when her prince was too late. Uma became famous for her friendship with animals, while Kevin became a laughingstock for failing to save his true love. Their marriage curdled. But this wasn't the divorce that surprised Agatha now. It was the part about the Sultan being Kevin's father, because if the Sultan was his dad, why would your own father put you in jail? Agatha asked. Kevin's black eyes set upon her. Agatha's neck washed from the heat of his stare. When Tedros looked at her, there was often a note of uncertainty, as if he was never quite sure of himself. But this prince had no questions about himself, nor was he willing to endure any from her. Don't make men like that in Gavardon, do they? Sophie whispered in her ear. Kevin gloated at Sophie. Girls like you two are the reason I'm here. Excuse me, Sophie blistered. I know your fairy tale. Girls who didn't need a prince to find a happy ending. Same story as Uma's. Same wasted ending. The story makes fools of the best man. Just look at what he has done to him. He pointed his finger at Tedros. My advice to you, lad, never trust a princess. Not yours, not anyone else. Not if you want to become the man you are meant to be. Agatha saw Tedros stiffen slightly, as if this resonated somewhere inside him. She and her prince certainly had their issues with trust too. Is this how they would end up? Like Uma and Kevin? Tedros seemed to be wondering it. He caught Agatha looking at him. The prince cleared his throat, addressing Kevin. You mentioned that a cave that could help us. A cave of wishes? Aladdin's cave, said Kevin. He lit a wet finger glue and cast a stream of dust in the dark, which took in the shape of vast desert dunes. The only place where only wish can come true. The golden sands drifted as if they were alive, opening up the mouth of a cave, the light within a radiant purple.